Okay, so this is what we worked on last class. We basically want to put a, I think we're going to put some ceiling plans in first. So let's make our ceiling plans. I'm just going to do up to level 7 because level 8 maybe we need one for level 8 too. Sure. So let's go to level 0. Ceiling plan. Ceiling. We don't have any walls yet, so I'm just going to sketch it like so. And I'm going to hit OK. Compound ceiling, let's go generic. I think actually now that I look at it, I want to edit it and remove this stairwell. Now that's quite low. This is an 8-meter floor, so I think I'm going to set the height offset to 7500. Apply. So we have a ½ meter between the finished floor level and this. On second thought, that's not quite enough. I think we want about ½ meter from the bottom of the floor, and the floor is 250, so I'm going to go 7250. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to copy that to the next floor and the next one. So copy, paste, align to selected levels here and here. Now this one is obviously too high because this is only a 4-meter floor height. So I'm going to change this to 3250. There we go. So now we're ready to put in our curtain walls. Now I'd like to see the floor plan above, or the floor plate above. So I'm just going to set a underlay right here. And I'm going to say show me level 1, and it'll show it to me ghosted. So I can't actually click it, but it is there and I can snap to it. So now I'm going to go to wall, curtain wall, storefront. Unconnected, I'd like it to go up to level 1. Offset, now we're going to make the mullions of this 150. So I'm going to save myself a little bit of effort, and I'm going to offset it 75 because I believe it makes me draw it with the center line. And I'm just going to draw it all the way around like that. Let's see. Okay, so now I can start to modify this type. I should probably duplicate it. So I'll say curtain wall storefront 2, sure. Okay, and now I should set these to that type. Just trying to pick the whole wall here. Select all instances. Give it to me. Okay. It's giving me a bit of a hard time here. Curtain wall, we would like it to be number 2. I'm not sure why it's asking me to set them individually. Okay, so now that we have that, I can click on it and say edit type. And so in here, I should have a whole bunch of options. I'm just going to escape this and try to move it to the side so I can show you what they do. Okay, so vertical grid layout. So right now I have maximum spacing, and spacing is at 15240. I could change this. I could say make it at 2000, and it should change the vertical space, the spacing between the vertical lines. Horizontal, that's the horizontal lines here. I could change that as well. I could say make it 3000. And it changes that too. Now vertical mullions, so interior type, I'm going to set them to I'm going to set everything to 50 by 150. And border, so it's important, if I set just interior type, it'll give some thickness to the mullions, to the vertical lines. Let me just hit OK here. But I don't have any other, like the border and stuff is not finished yet. So if I go back to here, now I can say border type, and this one I can make 150 by 150. Or I can do it an L corner profile, so it has like an L shape, or a quad corner. I'm going to do a quad corner, which is like a square shape. You'll see it'll pop up. It's like a big square. And then I can do the same thing for the horizontal ones, 50 by 150 and 150 by 150, and hit apply and OK. And so now I have set for up here. Well, we'll work on that. We have a grid. And so now, let's say we want to mess around with the spacing of the mullions a little bit more. I can click on this. Not quite what I wanted, no. Just hitting tab here, I'm trying to get that line here. There we go. So I got this line for this vertical segment, and now I can say a couple of things. I think I can say align. Let's say I want to align it to I think I have to unpin it first, sorry. So click that thing, click that segment, unpin, and now I can align it to that. Should be able to align it. There we go. So I aligned it to the ceiling. Now if I go back to here and I click that grid line again, I can say add or remove segments. Sorry, no, wrong thing. Architecture, mullion, curtain grid. I think I'd like to do curtain grid. All segment, one segment. Yeah, so that's right, this is what I was looking for. So if you hover over a horizontal element, it'll project a vertical line. If you hover over a vertical line, it'll project a horizontal line. I'd like to have one somewhere up here. And now I'm going to mess with that one. Hit tab. Find that line. Unpin. Oh, it's already unpinned. Align to. Let's try that again. I'd like to align it to the floor plate. So tab. There we go. No, I hit offset. Align. So hit tab a few times. There we go. There's my floor plate. There's that. So it moved too high up. Moved outside of the grid. So let's undo that. Maybe what I'll do for now is I'll just pull this grid up a little bit. Base offset to top offset, let's say we just do something like 400 for now. Okay, let's try that again. So this guy, align to this floor plate to here. There we go. And now once I have that, I can mess with it a bit. So I can click on it, and I should be able to move it down. Let's say I want to move, it's 150 wide, so I want to move it 50. There we go. Now it should Should allow me to reduce this back to 0. There we go. A little bit of cleanup to do there, but that's fine. Now, if let's say I want to do something like make this panel non-transparent, so I can just tab my way to click on it, and once I've clicked on it, if I want to make all of these a spandrel, let's say, a non-transparent panel, so we don't see the transition from the outside of the dropped ceiling and the floor, then I can right click, I can say select panels along horizontal grid, and that gives me all of them, and then I can change them to, let's say, solid. Okay, so we have that. Now if I want, I can also put in a door. So let's say I go into here and I tab my way in, click on this, and I'd like to insert a door here, but I don't have one to start with, so I need to load that in. So I'm going to go to the Blackboard website, reload this. You may have it on, if you're doing it on the school computer, you will already have it, but if you're doing it on your home computer, you may need to load it. So let's go to Families, and I will load, I'll save them all first. Download. Okay, so now I'm back here. I can insert those. Okay. So I can pick one of these panels. Now I should be able to do a, let's say I want a single door. So now it actually inserted a single door in here, and if I were to go to my floor plan, there it is. Now let's say I want a double door, but I'd like to get rid of this mullion. So what I should be able to do is actually click that mullion, unpin it, and delete it. No, that didn't quite give me what I wanted. I think I should unpin these and delete them as well, so they're not getting in the way of the door. Trying to select this panel here. So I think I did this incorrectly, so I'm just going to try to tab my way into here, click on this grid line. No, I don't want to edit any of that. Add or remove segments, that's what I wanted. So click that and click this segment, and that should have made this one big panel now. There we go. It's one big panel, and now I should be able to say double glass door, and there we go. And if I go back to my plan, now I have a double door. And in a similar fashion, I can add or remove more segments. So for instance, architecture, mullion, grid line segment. So I believe if I wanted to add one, nope, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, I think I was trying to go to curtain wall here. So one segment. So if I want to add just one, as before, if you hover over the vertical, it'll give you a horizontal projection. If you hover over the horizontal, it'll give you a vertical projection. So let's say for some reason I wanted to split this window in half. I could simply add one segment there. The mullions between the panels being joined will be deleted. Okay, delete elements. So it's just saying it's not going to give, I just wanted one segment, I didn't want multiple ones. And I could do the same thing here if I want. Okay, so you can add or remove segments, you can move them around in this fashion. One last thing, so let's say we want to copy this wall. I can say copy, paste, align to selected levels. Let's align this to this level. Okay, in this case I believe I'd want to remove these doors. Okay, maybe I'd want to add a panel. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. Let's fix this one. Okay, so this can go back to glazed. We should be able to. You know what? On second thought, this was not a smart idea. I don't think we should have copied this up. Maybe we can just do this and move this wall extended. Okay, there we go. And so let's say in here I want to now place a window or a couple of windows. So I can now go and grab, let's say I want to make it a little bit smaller so it doesn't take up this whole panel. Again, I can go to curtain grid. This time let's say add all segments. Let's say I want to split this in half. So I click there. Okay, and now I zoom into here. Okay, and now here I can change this to a curtain wall awning window. And now I have a window there. Alternatively, I can undo that, and let's say I wanted all of those panels to have that. I right click, select panels along horizontal grid, and do a curtain wall awning. So this needs a bit of cleaning up to extend these walls up and to deal with the corner details and stuff like that. So I would say for this class, if you could try to clad the building in curtain walls on all four sides. Pop in a couple of doors at ground level, a couple of windows at any level, doesn't matter where. And that's about it. And same for this top portion here. Clad that in curtain wall as well. Maybe put in a few doors along the terrace or balcony areas here. And that's about it. So that's as assignment 2 gets closer to being due, I will develop a more precise set of guidelines for you guys, so you know exactly what you have to put into the building to get the marks. But just generally speaking, if you could wrap the building in curtain wall and pop in some openings, whether for doors, windows, and other stuff, that would be satisfactory for this lesson. Okay, thank you.